I'm expecting that the following animated films will entertain you well. Number 1. Toy Story.
In a world where toys are living things but pretend to be lifeless when humans are present, a group of toys, owned by young Andy Davis, are caught off guard when Andy's birthday party is moved up a week, as his family, including his mother and infant sister Molly, are preparing to move the following week. Andy's toys, including Bo Peep the Shepherdess, Mr. Potato Head, Rex the Dinosaur, Ham the Piggy Bank and Slinky Dog, fear that they will be replaced by new toys from the birthday. Sheriff Woody, the toys leader in Andy's favorite toy, sends out army men, led by Sarge, to spy on the party and report the gift results to the others with baby monitors. The toys are relieved when the party appears to end with none of them being replaced by new toys, but then Andy receives a surprise gift, a Buzz Lightyear action figure, who thinks that he is a real space ranger.
Number 2. Up.
Carl Fredricksen continues living in the house he and his wife Ellie, who fell ill and died, fixed up, stubbornly holding out while the neighborhood around him is replaced by skyscrapers. When he unintentionally injures a construction worker, the developer trying to buy his place seizes the opportunity. The court deems him a public menace and orders him to move to a retirement home. However, Carl resolves to keep his promise to Ellie to live by Paradise Falls, South America. Having worked his entire life as a balloon salesman, he turns his house into a makeshift airship by attaching hundreds of helium balloons to it and flies away. Russell, a young wilderness explorer trying to earn his final merit badge for assisting the elderly, becomes an accidental stowaway. Before Carl can drop Russell off, a cumulonimbus storm drives them all the way to South America. The house lands on a tepee opposite Paradise Falls.
Number 3. Ratatouille.
Remy is a highly intelligent and idealistic young rat with unusually acute senses of taste and smell who dreams of becoming a chef like his idol, the late Auguste Gusteau. However, the rest of his rat colony, including his brother Emile and his father Django, are interested in food only for sustenance. One day, when the colony is forced to flee their home, Remy is separated from the clan and eventually finds himself above the kitchen of Gusteau's restaurant in Paris. When Remy observes a young garbage boy named Alfredo Linguini attempt to fix a soup he has spilled, he recognizes that Linguini is unintentionally ruining it and fixes his mistakes. Linguini catches him in the act, but does not reveal him to Skinner, Gusteau's former sous chef and new owner of the restaurant.
Number 4. Tangled.
Long ago, a drop of liquid sunlight sprouts a magical healing flower. Mother Gothel has used the flower to retain her youth, and she is angered when soldiers from a nearby kingdom pluck it to heal their ailing and pregnant queen. Shortly afterward, the queen gives birth to Princess Rapunzel, whose golden hair contains the flower's healing properties. Gothel tries to steal a lock of Rapunzel's hair to use the magic once again, but discovers that cutting the hair renders it powerless. She instead abducts Rapunzel and raises her as her own in a secret tower. In order to keep the confined and isolated Rapunzel content, Gothel teaches her to fear the outside world and its people. Each year, the king and queen release sky lanterns on Rapunzel's birthday, hoping for their daughter to see them and return. She has known that those lanterns were meant for her entire life. A couple times she tries to convince Mother Gothel to let her out, but Gothel does not let her.
Number 5. Bolt.
A white shepherd puppy named Bolt is adopted by an 8-year-old girl named Penny. 5 years later, Bolt and Penny star in a hit television series called Bolt, in which Bolt uses various superpowers to protect Penny from the villain. To gain a more realistic performance, the show's producers have deceived Bolt his entire life, arranging the filming in such a way that Bolt believes everything in the show is real and that he really has superpowers, including a devastatingly powerful sonic scream like Super Bark. After a cliffhanger episode causes Bolt to believe Penny has been kidnapped, he escapes from his on-set trailer in Hollywood but knocks himself unconscious in the process and is trapped inside a box of foam peanuts which is shipped to New York City.
Number 6. Minions.
Minions are small, yellow creatures who have existed in the beginning of time, evolving from yellow single-celled organisms into beings which exist only to serve history's most evil masters. After rolling a Tyrannosaurus into a volcano, getting their caveman leader eaten by a cave bear, crushing a pharaoh under a pyramid after constructing it upside down, exposing Count Dracula to sunlight, and accidentally firing a cannon into Napoleon while in Russia, the minions drove into isolation and start a new life in a massive cave. After many years, the minions become depressed and unmotivated without a master to serve. To regain their dignity and sense of purpose, Kevin recruits Stuart and Bob, setting out to look for a new master.
Number 7. The Lion King.
In the Pride Lands of Africa, a pride of lions rule over the animal kingdom from Pride Rock. King Mufasa and Queen Sarabi present their newborn son, Simba, to the gathering animals by Rafiki the Mandrill, the kingdom's shaman and advisor. Mufasa shows Simba the Pride Lands and explains to him the responsibilities of kingship and the circle of life, which connects all living things. Mufasa's younger brother, Scar, covets the throne and plots to end Mufasa and Simba, so he may become king. He tricks Simba and his best friend Nala into exploring a forbidden elephant's graveyard, where the ruthless Shenzi attacks them using hyenas. Mufasa alerts about the incident by his major domo, the Hornbill Zazu, and rescues the cubs. Though upset with Simba, Mufasa forgives him and explains that the great kings of the past watch over them from the night sky, from which he will one day watch over Simba. Meanwhile, Scar visits the hyenas and convinces them to help him overthrow Mufasa in exchange for hunting rights in the Pride Lands.
Number 8. Ice Age.
A Chronopio known as Scrat attempts to find a place to store his acorn for the winter. Eventually, as he tries to stomp it into the ground, he inadvertently causes a large crack to form in the ice that extends for miles before setting off a large avalanche which nearly crushes him. He barely escapes but finds himself getting stepped on by a herd of prehistoric animals migrating south in order to escape the forthcoming Ice Age. Sid, a clumsy ground sloth, is left behind by his family and decides to move on by himself, but is attacked by two Brontoteres after ruining their meal and making them angry. Sid is soon rescued by Manny, a cynical woolly mammoth heading north, who fights the rhinos off and continues on his path. Sid joins Manny, not wanting to be alone and unprotected. Manny is annoyed by Sid's outgoing demeanor and wishes to migrate on his own, but Sid nonetheless continues to follow Manny.
Number 9. Big Hero 6.
Hiro Hamada is a 14-year-old high school graduate and robotics genius living in the futuristic city of San Francisco, a portmanteau of San Francisco and Tokyo, who spends much of his free time gambling in robot fights. To redirect Hiro, his older brother Tadashi takes him to the research lab at the San Francisco Institute of Technology, where Hiro meets Tadashi's friends Go-Go, Wasabi, Honey Lemon, and Fred, Baymax, the inflatable healthcare robot that Tadashi created, and Professor Robert Callahan, the head of the university's robotics program. Amazed, Hiro decides to apply to the university. To enroll, he signs up for the school showcase and presents his project, Microbots, swarms of tiny robots that can link together in any arrangement imaginable using an neurocranial transmitter. At the fair, Hiro declines an offer from Alistair Cray, CEO of Craytech, to market the Microbots, and Callahan accepts him into the school. As the Hamada family leaves to celebrate Hiro's success, a massive fire suddenly breaks out in the showcase hall and Tadashi rushes in to save Callahan.
Number 10. Epic.
17-year-old Mary Catherine moves in with her eccentric scientist father Professor Bomba, who has been searching for tiny humanoid soldiers called Leafmen. They protect the forest that Bomba lives near from wicked creatures called Boggans and their malevolent leader Mandrake. An independent young soldier named Nod decides to quit, much to the ire of the no-nonsense Leafmen leader Ronan. The fairy queen of the forest, Queen Thera, must choose an heir to her throne and goes out to a field of leaf pods on board her flying barge and escorted by the royal guards.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click the subscribe button to join my channel. To get the instant notification for the newly uploaded videos, please click the bell icon.